yeah, I can definitely see how that is better at autofocusing than a camera I got.
That's me, James Rath. I'm not really known for being much of a morning person.
I'm exhausted, and I don't know why. I think I got plenty of sleep. Yes, I probably got to sleep around like 2 a.m. So that's a thing. So Playlist Live, which is an annual YouTube convention, is coming up, and that is in Orlando, Florida from the 22nd to the 24th. I went last year. It was a lot of fun. Met some really cool people. A lot of great panels, and this year I'm going to be on a panel about diversity and disabilities. So, what is this?
It was a spider. I'm highly allergic.
Anyway, what was I saying? So I'm going to be on the diversity panel, and I'll be discussing disabilities and on YouTube, and so that's really cool. And then I'm also going to be on a disabilities on YouTube panel. It's going to be a much longer panel, a lot longer discussion with a lot more people come VidCon, which that's in June. So if you're interested in those sort of discussions and you want to be a part in the audience, maybe, I don't know, we'll be taking questions. I'm sure we will be. Yeah, if you guys want to come see those, Playlist Live in less than a week, and VidCon, which is June. Okay, we got some stuff planned today. So I have to leave soon, but I just realized I might need to check another bag just so I can bring all my film equipment to shoot a short film at Playlist Live. And I know I'm gonna forget. That's why, hey Siri, comes in handy. Okay, but not on all 4 devices. I was trying to do it on my watch. Remind me to double check if I need to check another bag at 4 p.m. That was probably the worst reminder I've ever set. I can't tell if this is a feature or a flaw, or both, because it's like, whenever I say, hey Siri, I have like 3, now 4 devices going off at one time, and I don't know what to do in that situation. Like, do I just set 3 reminders, and then the one iPad thinks I said play Hey by some unknown artist, and I'm just like, oh, why? So you might be wondering, where's this guy taking me? Focus. Is it focused? Visual impairment problems. We're going to YouTube Space, LA. And so that's gonna be a little bit of a treat for me, and hopefully for you.
Fun fact, this place used to actually be a private airport. This is Chow. She's more of a behind the camera kind of gal, but she was awesome, really awesome. She toured me around the space.
That to like control the lights and everything? Okay.
It tells me like who has it booked.
Okay. Is that just using like YouTube's live?
So this is kind of the way this stage will live throughout the year. It was like initially.
Kind of like a restaurant? Or...
Totally. We do.
Coffee
There's
shop.
like a lot of restaurant sets taking place here.
Now I wanted to take a moment to talk about this thing. So this is actually a human-controlled robot with a webcam and a display. Now YouTube has several YouTube spaces throughout the world, including London, Tokyo, and New York. And what this can do is automatically boot up into another robot that's remotely in another space, basically, and allow the other user to jump on, control it, and walk around the other YouTube spaces through this robot. It's all controlled from this iMac right here. Now I didn't want to show anything on screen just in case Google had some private internal information. Now this soundboard right here, I was told there are only a few in existence of this exact model. This is the Sound Foley room. This is where filmmakers and video creators will come to record any original sound effects that they need for their projects. Now unfortunately my camera had actually died at this point, and I was left recording on my iPhone until I got back to my apartment, which ironically my iPhone recorded better video than this camera that I was using. After the tour, I had a meeting and then I got some work done, but then I went out to go look for my Uber, and that cop car was not my Uber. It took me a few moments to realize that.
I guess it can shoot upside down, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. So while filming this new kind of pilot series, I realized how much I don't like this camera, the camera that I'm using for this, and I am going to go out and get a new camera specifically for this new series.
Reach your destination by 8:38 p.m.
So I made it to Best Buy in time, right before they closed. Now I'm trying to find a store associate. So some bad news, they didn't have the camera I wanted exactly, but they have the model right below it, so I'm gonna give that a try for a little bit, for like a week or so, see if I like it, and then if I don't, I'll come back and upgrade it. So the mission was kind of somewhat successful, but also kind of not. The camera that I ultimately wanted was not really in stock. And sorry for the terrible lighting. In fact, the quality on this camera is so meh that I'm actually gonna switch to the new iPad Pro that shoots into 4K. Check out that iPad. That's set up. It's pretty awesome. So now that I've basically officially switched cameras, not technically yet because the iPad is not the official camera that I'm going to be using this series for. And upgrade. How's this looking? I hope it looks good. That's sort of the whole plan. Sorry if I'm looking up at the monitor. I'm gonna try and train myself to make sure I'm looking here. Besides the whole eye shaking. Can't really control that.
I apologize for any background noise during this vlog. I blame my fans. That fan specifically.
I'm gonna call it a night.